Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 45 of Europa Universalis IV as France. I must admit the last couple of episodes haven't been all that interesting because we haven't really been in any major wars. I did start one against the American natives in order just to try and do something, but I am trying to keep my manpower up in order that we can deal with the coalition if it fires. Got an event here. We can either lose 50 military power or lose 10 prestige. We'll take the military power hit because I'm quite low on prestige as it is. Saxe-Lauenburg has declared war on their new enemy Holstein. I'm not sure why I care, but fine, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. I'm sure we still don't have enough in this war to peace out. Oh, they're down to medium. We might have it. Not quite. Minus 76. We'll keep pushing on them. Our great statesman of the Commonwealth has died. Our royal marriage with the Commonwealth has ended. Well, let's go ahead and try and sort that out as soon as we can. So, go and royal marriage with the Commonwealth. That is fantastic. What have we got here? Peace offer from Abenaki. They can go away. We could potentially improve relations here because it's only at 61. Want to keep the Commonwealth as happy as possible. I want the Commonwealth to be absolutely ecstatic about us. So we'll go ahead and improve relations. You're still making peace off. Oh, you're at 99%. That should be enough to grab you now. So we want to take that. That's fine. Do we want to do anything else with you? No, not even really. So let's go ahead and send demands. Those should be met instantly, and they are. So they've accepted the offer. We've now got a colonialism CB against Great Britain and the Mahican. The reason for that is because we now, this Merrimack now becomes part of this nation here. Who are you? Oh, you're kind of stranded. But we now have that gives us colonial CBs against England, which can be useful later. Hopefully these guys are going to get out of there just fine on their own. Of course, what you've got to remember is that our colonial nations could start a war with Great Britain or Castile and drag me into it. So we do have to watch what we're doing there to a little bit. We are going to move south and take this province and hopefully try and go across here and cut them off. Coastal provinces are always tend to be the best ones to get because grabbing the coastal provinces means that you... the coastal provinces generally have better trade, better tax. They're harder to attack because, of course, you need to have ships blockading them in order to siege them out. And because you can only land on a coastal province, by taking all of the coastal provinces first, you essentially make it more difficult for somebody else to land there and take and start a colony. Hamburg has actually left the coalition, which is really, really good. Where is Hamburg these days? Never remember where any of these places are. Lindenberg, Brandenburg. There's all of these burgs. Nope, can't remember. I will have to hit F and type in Hamburg. Where are you, Hamburg? Oh, you're up here. So it is... I still can't find it. Oh, just this one little tiny one nation province, one province nation up here. Fine. Okay. Well, one less in the coalition is good. It's Austria that we really want to leave. Obviously, they are rivaled. They're never going to like us. But the coalition is normally down to aggressive expansion, which is still 55. It's going down by 2.5% yearly, but that is not an awful lot, really. There's a lot of stuff going on here right now. Let's keep the conversions up just for the time being, because we'll convert when we want to convert. What have we got here? Rebel Uprising. We've still got... Oh, you want to defect. When are you going to pop? 83.3 years. Think we can deal with that for the time being. And that's mainly just because we're converting. You're going to pop in 8.3 years, which I don't see as being a problem. Idea-wise, we have enough. I assume that's military. We can get a military idea. What do we like tech-wise? We are slightly behind times. And we can almost afford a military tech. And we would get better cannons. So, we're currently at Tech 15. If we look at someone like Austria are at Tech 15. Brandenburg are at Tech 15. I think I'd still like to be ahead in technology. Because the next quality idea gives us cavalry combat ability. And I don't use cavalry all that much. And then from there, it's navies, naval, artillery right at the end. So quality isn't going to be that useful for us right away, so I think I'm going to leave that for now and get the tech. What I'm also going to do, I think it's time, I think we can do it now, is we can actually possibly change our focus. So we are going to untick the focus, and that gives us 8, 8 and 8 across the board. So we're running +2 advisors in every slot, and we're still making 12 ducats a month, which isn't a great deal of money, but it certainly will help. Now, we do need to get some more ships. Like I said, we might have to go up against England at some point. I think what I'd like to do is start off by grabbing 10 more lights. And one thing that I have done, which is a grave mistake, and I've realised that now, is that I took that mission where I had to build up, I think it was 75% of my naval force limit. Yeah, 75% of my naval force limit. And what I've been doing is spamming out docks, which has increased my naval force limit. And as a result, I'm not getting any closer to completing that mission. Now, the rewards for this mission is naval tradition and prestige. I'm going to cancel that mission because even though I do intend to build more ships, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to actually get up to that full limit. But we are going to build more heavies and transports. We'll mothball them. We'll be able to use them later on when we go to war against England. We most likely will do that. Santee has become self-sustaining, which is excellent. Now, I think that's one of these ones down here. It is indeed. Now, I know that we are over our colonial limits, which is fine. But I'm going to go ahead and send the colonist here, and the reason I'm going to do that is I want to grab it quickly before Castile get in there. I'm trying to cut them off. So it's worth being over my colonial limits for a little while just to do that. We can invest in a new technology, which is our military tech. Let's go ahead and do that. That will now tell us that our unit types are outdated, which is our cannon types. So we'll go ahead and do that. Always good to be over as far as tech goes. So most of our colonies are getting there. They're not going to take too long. So what else have we got going on over here? What's our actual land forces like at the moment? We're behind by 9. We can sit slightly under our force limit. That's not too bad. Alsace guys have actually popped. This is fine because we are in... It says grasslands, but it looks like mountains. That looks a lot like a mountain to me. We should win this fight quite easily. Although we are actually taking bigger losses. But yeah, we did actually win there, so this will cost us a little bit of money. Let's just split you guys up over 2 different provinces. That will be most of the impending uprisings going away. There is provincial unrest in... See, Protestant zealots, where are you guys? You're probably at Rethel. Well, that's because Rethel is being converted, so that's understandable. In fact, if we put you in Rethel, that will go away straight the way. You are my vassal. We can't integrate all of these vassals, of course. Not right away, anyway, because we're still working on Switzerland, and we'll have problems later on with people not really liking us. We still want the coalition to go away as much as possible. What have we got going on over here in terms of ships? 1 light. I think these are... Oh, yeah, because these are the ships that I ordered built. And the one in Normandy is built very quickly because that has the dry dock in there. So that one is ready much earlier. As soon as these are ready, we'll group them all up and we'll throw them into... whatever trade node these guys were protecting at Genoa. We'll throw them in there. And we'll keep spamming out ships. Just thinking about whether it's worth spending some admin points to increase our stability. We are still behind the times on admin points, on the admin tech. And it would be nice to increase our admin tech, mainly because by doing so we can grab ourselves another idea. Maybe grab a diplomatic idea. In fact, if we grab a diplomatic idea... call to arms. Let's just pause that for a second. If we grab a diplomatic idea, we could potentially... either grab trade ideas, which would give us a lot more money, or we could grab diplomatic ideas, which would certainly help us if we want to do a lot of annexation and vassalization and stuff like that, because we can improve our relations quite a lot. So we might actually go into diplomatic ideas. Currently, we have a call to arms. Our call to arms is the Commonwealth, who we really want to keep friendly with. And they want us to come to aid in the conquest against the Crimea, the Ottomans, and yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and accept that. Just before we do anything else, I just want to have a look and see where these guys are, because these guys are going to end up going... Probably not going to run into the Ottomans. They might do. There are some Ottoman ships around, and the Ottomans do have galleys. In fact, we are about to run straight into them. And they'll probably win. These guys are going to go home at war. We'll still keep the rest of the trade fleet active, but those guys are going to go home at war. We've gained and it's a good job as well, because look, there's this massive navy that's just come in there. Everything else we should be fine with. That was just something about Florida. We've got a Colonial CB now against Florida because we've got this province here, so that's fine. So we won't really be contributing to this war much, but I'm hoping just by being in it, it's going to increase our relationship and ever strengthen our bond with the Commonwealth. Cardinals, fleets arriving. I think what we also need to do as well, and we've got all of those guys, we are going to... no, not take the army. We want these 10, and we'll select them. You are going to go home at war, but you're going to protect trade in Genoa. Why do we have so much option to protect the trade in Genoa, actually? Oh, because we have a merchant there. Okay, that's fine. So you can do that, but I've set you to go home at war. So currently you'll just sit there while we're at war. That's fine, because I don't want you running off into the Ottoman fleet. That would be a little bit stupid. These Castilian noble rebels don't really seem to be doing an awful lot, do they? They're just sitting there in that province. I'm fine with that, though. Looks like Austria has... oh, we've integrated Switzerland. Good stuff there. We get some free units. We'll just keep that little stat there because we are now one below our force limit. That is fine. We can't really improve... Well, we can improve relations a little bit more with the Commonwealth, but we don't really need to. What about Hungary? Hungary doesn't like me much, but I guess we could go in there and try and improve relations with them. Where am I looking? Improve relations. Now, why do you guys hate me? It's probably... Oh, no, it's not even aggressive expansion. It's just heretic religion and allied to rival. And you guys are actually Protestant. It's looking more and more likely that flipping over to Protestant would actually benefit us more than anything else. So much so, I'm actually thinking about doing it. If we look at some of our vassals, of course... oh, wrong button. A lot of our vassals are actually now Protestant or flipping over to Protestant. Yeah, it might be time. It might be time to make that flip. Austria's still Catholic, but Austria are always going to hate me. We can't do it while we're at war anyway, so there's no point worrying about that just yet. Got a lot of free diplomats. What should I be doing with them? I think at least one of them should be sucking up to Navarra. Although they're already at 200, so probably not. Could we start integrating you? No, because we've got the annex subject, which is going to cause a bit of a problem. What missions do we have? Restore the Holy See, which would involve France owning Roma. Which is going to be a little bit difficult because it currently belongs to Siena. Although I don't think they're in the coalition. We could possibly take them out, but it's a little bit of a pain. What else do we have? Colonize Biloxi, which would give us settle a chance, or incorporate Savoy into the realm. The Duchy of Savoy defends the Italian invasion route. It would be worth doing it, but not for 5 prestige. That's the problem. I think colonizing Biloxi would be useful. I'm not even sure where it is, but I'm going to pick it. Obviously, we can't colonize anything for a little while, but well, let's have a look actually. Biloxi is... oh no. Biloxi's here. That's actually quite a distance away. We'll be working our way over there, but I don't think that's a very good mission. I'm going to cancel that, and it'll take a year before we get a new one, but I don't think that's a particularly good mission to have chosen. I really should have checked first before I did that. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a new template. We'll just pause up here, and we're going to call this... let's just call this... 20 transports, I think, because transports are cheap and you often need multiples of them. So we want 20 transports. Is it shift click? Yeah, 20 transports in... Well, we don't really have 20 provinces, do we? Let's just do it in 10 provinces. So they'll build 2 in each province. Cost a total of 241 ducats. So we're not going to do it just yet. We'll wait until we've saved up enough, but that'll be fine. These two fleets, once the war ends, will actually go to Genoa and they will merge up. I'm just keeping an eye open just to make sure that no Ottoman units or anything nasty is coming our way. So we can lose 116 ducats for a 40% chance of the Pope discovering our actions. Or we can lose the seat of a cardinal. Well, we are the Pope. Not really sure what's that matters. I think we'll just lose the seat of a cardinal because I'm not really all that bothered about it. What could we do here? We don't really have any interest. We don't need any of this stuff. We can just spend our points and just try and make sure that we stay the controller for longer. I don't think I don't know, the papacy seemed to be more useful before they made the change to it. Now they've changed it to this new system. I think it makes it more valid to switch to a different religion. It's less useful to stay Catholic now than it used to be, so I think we'll definitely be switching over to Protestant now when we get the option to do so. We could just do it, of course, by not using our missionaries, or missionary, singular, not using him to flip things over and just allowing things to change on their own. Our ports are being blockaded. We have a fleet of Ottomans down here. Now, they do have some transports. I'm very concerned that we may end up seeing some troops coming in here. So let's start moving some of my units down so that we can deal with them. We should be okay. I'm not sure whether they actually have any men on that transport. I don't think they do. Inflation for Diplo power? No, we'll just take the Diplo power. They don't appear to be dropping any troops. Now, what do they actually have here? And it says Portugal. Oh, Portugal's got 1 unit. So they've got 12 heavies, 8 lights, 15... 12 heavies and 8 lights, eh? I'm going to unmothball my heavies. And I'm going to grab the lights from the other trade fleet. And I think we're going to take that engagement. It's probably a really stupid idea. But I'm going to take that engagement. Let's untick that and allow it to continue. Because if we can sink the Ottoman words, if we can sink the Ottoman Navy, that'll be awesome. So we'll have a go at doing that. So even though I'm not actively getting involved in this war, I'm actually getting involved in this war. And then if we can engage them in this actual sea here, we can undock these ships. So that'll be good. Just keeping these guys sort of in the middle of France. I don't think we have... Yeah, we've just got this place that we're converting, which is fine. 104.1 years. Don't think that's going to be a major issue. How are these heavies getting on? And in fact, we've got 10 lights there as well. Where are these lights going? Oh, you were going to be going to Genoa as well. So you guys can actually all group up. We just need to wait for those heavies to complete. I'll leave the other ones still trading for the moment. Now, where are you guys? You're the heavies. You're the trade fleet that is down there but going home at war. You are the other trade fleet that... I'll leave these guys doing their trade until these heavies are repaired because we need the money coming in. So we'll leave it at that. Like I said, they do have 58 ships here, but they've only got 12 heavies. I've got 20. They've only got 8 lights. I'm going to have 80. They do have 15 galleass. This does count as an inland sea. But I don't, because it's the Mediterranean, but I don't think they're going to help them all that much, to be honest. We've managed to convert. I think I might stop doing conversions, because look, we're getting a lot of Protestants now. Some of them are Reformed. We don't want the Reformed ones around, because obviously we want everything to be Protestant. So even when we switch from Catholic to Protestant, we're still going to be running around trying to flip various different provinces over. So we can gain 300 population in Sierra Leone for 25 Diplo, or we can gain 5 prestige. Sierra Leone is doing quite well, so getting 300 population there means Sierra Leone is nearly done, which would be really good for us. We can invest in a new idea, which would be expansion ideas, which would give us reduced shipbuilding time, which is good, but we want to save up for the tech, so we will do that. Ports are still blockaded. How are we doing with these heavies? Heavies are all done, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab the trade fleet. You're going to come and get involved in this little throwdown as well. And what I'm even tempted to do, because we can still currently have a free military leader, and that's because we are the papal controller, let's go ahead and get ourselves an admiral. He's not a great admiral. In fact, he's so terrible, I'm going to roll another. That's much better. Let's go ahead and... no, it wasn't you. I want to get you and sack the other one. Military leaders, you are awful, sir. Please go away. So we're going to have an admiral on this fleet as well. And we are coming up to the 20-minute mark. Sierra Leone has become self-sustaining. We're going to group these guys together. We are going to move down here. Now, hopefully we can catch them. We are going to have a quick look at Sierra Leone. Now, I do want to go and colonise this one, but I don't think there's any point doing it until we've colonised this one. I want to try and stay... because now we're at war and my trade fleet's not actually trading. I don't want to lose a lot of my... I don't want to lose money by having an extra colony when we can avoid it, because we're not making a huge amount of money while we're not doing anything with our trade fleet. So, our fleet is coming in. And remember, we have that admiral there, so we do have some extra manoeuvre. Oh, I've paused the game, which is not what I wanted to do. But it's going to take us a little while to get around there, and we may actually have to give them some chase. So I will actually end the video there, and we'll say we'll deal with that when we come back next time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Let's try that again. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Universalis IV, and I'll see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.